Hello and welcome back to Seconds Out. I'm Joshua Hart and today I'm going to be presenting you my list of the top 10 heavyweight boxers in the world right now. Please let me know your thoughts on my list in the comments below and also let me know any changes that you would make. But starting off at number 10 we have Derek War Chisora, a British boxing legend who has recently beat Joe Joyce in his farewell fight at the O2 Arena. Here's what Frank Warren had to say on the fight.
You know, I've said in the past that I thought Derek should have retired. And he proved me wrong. I spoke with him. He called me yesterday. We spoke together, and I wished him, give him my congratulations. And I said to him from my heart, I said, one thing that no one's ever going to say about you is you haven't got balls and you're not a warrior. I said you're an absolute gladiator, and so is Joyce, Joe Joyce, and he showed that, both of them. I mean, unbelievable courage, the pair of them.
Derek has always been in entertaining fights, really giving fans their money's worth, and holding wins over Joe Joyce, Kubrat Pulev, Carlos Takam and David Price. I really do feel he's earned a spot in the top 10. While being at the back end of his career, I still feel he's earned that spot. At number 9 I have Otto Wallin. Despite losing to Anthony Joshua last time out, I still feel he earns his spot in the top 10. He does hold some big wins over Gassiev, which was a big upset at the time, as well as Dominic Brazil, and also giving Tyson Fury a real tough night's work where he gave him one of the nastiest cuts we've seen in the modern era of boxing. A real tricky southpaw and can give many heavyweights a tough day at the office, and that's why I've put Otto Wallin at number 9 in the list. At number 8 I have Martin Bakole, a huge win at the weekend over Jared Anderson in what was an upset in some people's eyes, but in a lot of hardcore boxing fans' eyes the expected result. A man mountain at heavyweight dismantled Jared Anderson, and I'm going to give it over to Billy Nelson to explain why he deserves to be in the top 10 heavyweights right now.
Well, I'm delighted. I'm delighted, but people doubt you, and people in the sport doubt you because mainly they're jealous. You know what it's like. There's a hell of a lot of jealousy in the sport, but I'm so happy for Martin for what he's achieving, and we've not achieved nothing yet, by the way. We're only achieving now, and we'll go back to the gym in 4 or 5 weeks and start working on the next fight. I think we'll take a massive step closer to fighting for the world title in the next fight or two.
At number 7 I have Ajit Kabayel, a fighter that I rate very highly. Since he stepped onto these Riyadh season cards, he's pulled off 2 big upsets in stopping Arslanbek Makhmudov and Frank Sanchez. And again, he's shown time and time again since stepping on these cards, he is a relentless fighter, constantly applying pressure and working your body, and breaking you down in arguably the most brutal way possible, and just beating you up until you quit. A real tough night's work for any heavyweight, and that's why I have him at number 7. At number 6 I have the man mountain himself, Zhilei Big Bang Zhang. An incredibly skilled fighter who had a very successful 2023 in pulling off a huge upset in April last year, stopping Joe Joyce, and then following it up in the rematch in that September by knocking him out in the 3rd round, the first man to drop Joe Joyce. With the fight against Joseph Parker, however, a defeat did push him down the list, but the win against Wilder's pushed him up slightly higher. I don't think he fits into the top 5 when you see the names I've got there, but a couple big wins in his next fights, and we could easily see him back in that argument.
That's what every opponent of mine says before a fight. Everybody want to make me cry. Everybody want to retire me. But see what happens. I mean, we don't do the talk. We do the action. We're fighters. Everybody said they want to knock me out. 99 said it, 0 succeeded. And let's see what happens. I put them down instead.
At number 5, I have IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel Dubois. A really tough, young and strong heavyweight who's already shared the ring with some very good fighters in Filip Hrgovic, Jarrell Miller, Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk. Here I have a clip from former sparring partner Fraser Clark as he explains the sparring stories with Daniel when he was just 17 years old.
The signs of, he's had his doubters, he's had his ups and his downs, but I think he's a perfect example to everyone. Boxing is like that. 1 minute you could be top of the world, next minute you're nobody. He had all that trajectory at the beginning. He's the next big star. Then he has his loss to Joyce. He's down, and then he loses to Usyk, and he's getting called a quitter left, right, and centre. And then he comes back and walks through 30 backhands off someone that's supposed to beat him and ends up taking him out. So, you know, I congratulate him. And in terms of the fight, it's a little bit interesting just because I'm one of the few people I've sat this close to the ring and seen them two exchange leather before. So there is a little bit of interest in that. I'd still say Joshua's the favourite, but everyone said Ergovic was the favourite. So in heavyweight boxing, sometimes you have to just rip that out of the rule book. You know, it doesn't really count all the time. So I'm intrigued now. I'd like to see it, and obviously, we all know the benefits of fighting Anthony Joshua. So you know, well done to Daniel, and congratulations to him, his team, and his family. Because yeah, it'd be a nice day in the calendar to fight Anthony Joshua. Let's put it that way. I've been in the spar where I've been in the room. I've been involved in the spars where they both exchanged leather. I've been in the spars. I have no shame in saying that. Daniel Dubois put me on my arse to the left hook years ago. And he was young, and I thought, oh my God, this fucking kid is something else. Obviously got back up, carried on sparring, but it happens in our division, you know. But yeah, I've been on the side of the ring where I've seen these two really have good exchanges and stuff. And it was always that little bit further ahead. But yeah, you know, Father Time happens, and Daniel's matured and grown as a person, as a fighter, and it makes the fight intriguing. Again, I still have AJ as a favourite just because of the experience, and I feel like if Daniel took the same 30 shots off AJ that he did off Ergovic, we'd be having a different conversation right now. Do you know what I mean? So he'd have to tighten up in his defences, which I think, you know, him and the team, they're not naive, they'll know that. But, you know, he's shown a new side to him, so I look forward to it.
Daniel Dubois takes on Anthony Joshua at Wembley Stadium on September 21st, and with a victory that night, I'm sure he'll rise a lot higher on my list. But moving forward, at number 4, I have Joseph Parker. On the career best run of form at the moment, back-to-back wins against Zhilei Zhang and Deontay Wilder, Parker is itching for a world title shot. Here he is talking about a potential rematch with Anthony Joshua and how he feels it would go.
I feel like we've both grown as fighters. I have a lot more confidence within myself, and not so much. I still am defensive, but now I'm a lot more offensive. With Joshua, though, he's like I said, he's coming off 2 good wins. He looks like he's in form with Ben Davison, and he's showing a lot more power, you know, which is something I have to show myself. I think it'll be a lot more an aggressive fight. I think he won't be looking for me, and I won't be looking for him. And I feel like it'll be a lot more entertaining, a lot more punches thrown, and a lot more punches landing on each other. It'll give me more opportunities if I can stand my ground and back myself and back my power and speed. And it'll give him more opportunities as well. It'll make it a lot more exciting fight than the first fight.
It's very clear to see that Joseph Parker is not short of confidence, desperately waiting for a shot at the world title, but with the belts all being locked up, he'll have to wait. But he says he's ready to fight anyone and does not care who it is, so hopefully we see Joseph Parker back in the ring soon. But who would you like to see Joseph Parker fight next? Let us know in the comments below. At number 3 on my list, I have Anthony Joshua, a former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, on the quest to become 3-time when he takes on Daniel Dubois on September 21st. Since teaming up with Ben Davison, he stopped Otto Wallin in the 5th round, forcing him to retire, and then brutally knocked out Francis Ngannou, who previously took Tyson Fury the distance and only losing on a split decision that many thought Francis had actually nicked. Here I have Jamie Moore talking about Joshua versus Dubois and how Dubois picked AJ at the wrong time.
I just believe maybe he's getting AJ at the wrong time, because if he'd have got him 12 months ago, I'd be like, flip a coin and see who wins that one. It's a real toss up. But I just believe that AJ's probably coming into the best form of his career at the minute, and he's probably not at the right time for Daniel. But everyone's eyes will be on that fight if he gets made.
At number 2, I have Tyson Fury, a former 2-time heavyweight world champion just like Anthony Joshua, and in the fight that he did lose the belt, it was a razor-close split decision defeat to arguably one of the greatest fighters in the world right now, Alexander Usyk. Here I have a clip from former sparring partner Nick Webb, who goes into what one of Fury's greatest qualities are as a fighter.
You know, you got to take different aspects. He was. I'll tell you where I thought he was very good, and that was on the inside. You know, I never experienced anyone that that good on the inside that he was. So I was very impressed. Exactly, clinching and getting shots off, the way he done it, and the way he stopped you from throwing, and the way he leaned on you, tried to wear you out as well. Is very it was different class.
Tyson Fury will undoubtedly go down as one of the greatest heavyweights of this generation. Winning the titles off Vladimir Klitschko and then falling into a really horrible state of depression, beating that and coming back and becoming a heavyweight world champion all over again is a remarkable story, and you can't say anything negative about that, and you'll never be able to take that away from him. But moving forward to the top of the table, number 1, I have Alexander Usyk, a 2-weight undisputed world champion and one of the most incredible fighters we have ever seen. Here we have first trainer James Ali Bashir explain what makes Usyk such an elite fighter.
But I don't care who's in his corner. I still feel that Usyk beats him again. Usyk is a rare quality of boxer, and that's the name of the game. The name of the game is not punching. The name of the game is not being cute. The name of the game is boxing 101. How to apply the technique of boxing. And I think that Usyk is just a better boxer, and he'll outsmart, outslick, out-hustle Tyson Fury again.
And there we have it. That is my list of the top 10 heavyweights in the world right now completed. Let me know your thoughts of my list in the comments below, and who would you put in the list if it's any different to mine. But as always, thank you for watching, and this has been Seconds Out, and we'll see you again very soon.